I got 4 signs for you that if you feel these signs or if you've experienced this, then it may be time for you to start a business or grow your business. My name is Cathy McReynolds. And if you are someone who has a desire in you to live life on your own terms and own your own business and write your own paycheck, this is definitely too. And we do that using biblical principles. I am the founder of Bible Business Academy. And what we do there is we help you either start a business or grow a business. And that could be maybe you're that person who has a product, or maybe you have a program or a course that you want to get out, or maybe you're a coach. We want to help you to do that. So tune in. Do me a favor, hit that share button. I got my phone here. I'm going to go ahead and hit that share button as well. And we're going to get this party started. So go ahead and grab a pen and paper. Grab your favorite beverage that you have. I just had my coffee with my dreams come true cup. And we are going to talk to you guys about, is God calling you to start a business? So let me go ahead and share this out, guys. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if this is your first time tuning in, or do you have a business that you already know that you want to start, or are you in a business? Just write that in the comments and let me know exactly what's going on in your mind and how that's working. We're going to talk about today, is God calling you to a business? And I'm going to give you 4 signs that you want to look for. And so as I do this, and as I think about this, before I forget, we have, starting this Monday, a new class of people who want to start a business. It's a 30-day program where we walk you through from A to Z on everything that you need to do to get your business up and running. We're going to help you build a list. We're help you build a brand, and we're also going to help you get customers in that 30-day period. So tune in. Go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com, BibleBusinessAcademy.com, to learn more about that if you want to get your business started and just crush it in 2021. 2020 has been one of those years that you're like, you either made it or you experience some things that you didn't want to experience, or life is just showing you, if you have these feelings that we're going to talk about inside of you, that there's just so much more. Every time, like, think of a diamond or a garden. Like, everything starts out ugly. Everything starts out painful. It just always has to be that way. I guess, God made it that way so that you can go through life and know what it takes to develop and become who you want to become, because it's all of that grinding on you. It's all of that toughness that positions you to get prepared so that you can see what you desire in life. So I'm going to share with you the 4 signs to look for to know if God is calling you to a business. Number 1, you can't get that idea out of your head. All you do is think about, like, man, like, it resonates in you all the time. You eat, sleep, drink, and think a thought of running your own business. Maybe you're working for someone, and when you're there, you try to give it your best, but all you're thinking about is having your own. If you have that feeling, let me know what are some of the things that you've been thinking about. Like, when I think about myself, I've been self-employed for 25 years, with the exception of 1 year in 2008, when I went to, when everything crashed. I lost my home, I lost my Mercedes, I lost everything. And I remember I had to move back to Ohio. Well, I didn't have to, but I quit. And I don't want you to quit, because I didn't get it back then. I didn't understand that it was just a season and a moment. But I remember going through that phase. And I went to work at the bank as a financial advisor, because I was running my own business as a financial advisor. And that first 90 days, it was like an out-of-body experience. I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. This is not what I'm meant to do with my life. And so for 90 days, it was just like I was existing, but I wasn't there. And so I went through that phase. And then the next 90 days, I was like, you got to get out of here. You can't do this. This is not who you are. All I thought about is the last 13 years at that particular time that I had spent working for myself. And I'm like, you are just psychologically unemployable. You can't do this. So I stayed in that position for a year and a month. And I left and I haven't looked back. 6 months after that, I went over 6 figures in income, doing the financial service business. And I share that with you because something inside of me just didn't sit right. I just didn't feel like I was living my true potential. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be where you're going to be. It just means that you got to know that it's time to go. You got to know it's time to start. You have to know. It's not something that anyone can tell you. It's just something that you feel, and it just won't leave your mind. When you start to feel things like that, you need to stop and you need to pray and you need to, spend time to and allow God to talk to you and share with you what he sees for you in your life. So that's a sign. If you're that person who's constantly feeling that way, that's a sign that it's time for you to start your own business. Number two, you're passionate about something. Like when I get on here and I do these lives, or I'm doing training, or I'm preparing for this, like it never seems like work. I am passionate about helping people win. I'm passionate about business. Like I'm passionate about God. When I started Bible Business Academy, I'm like, this is something I can see myself doing forever, because I can talk about, how God has worked in my life, my family's life, changed my life. I could talk about business 24/7. None of that ever feels like work. So maybe you have something. Maybe you love to cook. Maybe that's something you can talk about all the time. You never get tired of it. Maybe you love to clean. There's people who love to clean. And like I think about my mom. She used to sit there. She would clean and iron all day. That's where her peace was. And that ain't where my piece is. I'd rather hire someone to cook and clean, right? So you got to figure that out. Whatever you're passionate about, you can turn that into a business. Maybe you love singing. Whatever it is, guys, this is how you know that God is speaking to you, and you could share, which I believe he's speaking to you, and you can share this as a business, and you can turn this into a business. And maybe you're thinking, well, how do I do that? Go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com. That's what we teach you how to do. Number 3, you're hearing good feedback. You're changing lives. You're making impact. All that means is that you've been doing something for all of this time, and everyone is always saying to you, hey, that's really good. Like I was just messaging and talking with a friend of mine who does videos, and he's great at doing the video and speaking and all of that stuff. It's like a natural flow for him. Like when I get on here and speak, I probably mess up a ton of words and all of that stuff. I'm not that, like, I don't know. This ain't the speaking part is not like something I know that's not me. Like you hear me right now, but because I'm sharing and because I'm helping, it ain't even about me. So I don't even think about that part. What I'm good at is getting you started and getting you done and helping you to get it finished. That's the key. You got to know what you're good at, what people tell you you're good at. And so a lot of people start something, but people don't finish it and they don't collect checks. Our goal is to teach you how to collect checks, because if you can't collect checks, you don't have a business. That's just a hobby. And we want to turn that feeling, that feedback that you get about that hobby, we want to turn that into a business. There's this lady on here, I don't even know who she is, but I love her cakes that she puts out all the time. And I know she sells them, but I'm like, man, she needs to be around the world. She needs a factory where she's doing those cakes and making things happen like that, because she has amazing talent. Number 4, the timing is right. And when I say the timing is right, maybe, and I want to be clear on this, because I was just having a conversation with someone else about timing. Timing is everything, but making a decision during that timing is everything, really everything. So that's what it should be. You decide, because once you make up your mind and you decide that you want, God said he will give you the desires of your heart. So you just got to be laser focused, have a made up mind. And when you do that, in that time, things are right and you will make things happen. So when you look at the scripture that we have today, Proverbs 16:3, it says, commit thy work unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. Your thought shall be established. So as long as you're committing your work to him, whatever he needs you to do, it's going to come to you. So you don't have to worry about it. You just have to let it flow to you and be still enough to hear it and follow instructions once you hear it and get it done. So if you need help with that, guys, go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com. My goal is to help you get that business from out of your head to actually getting it started, to getting customers and having that storefront, whether it's an online storefront or an actual storefront, up and running. I appreciate you guys.